Assalamualaikum and hi. So in this video we're going to discuss about the toxicology and health effects of hazardous substances. The course code is IHS123, lectured by Madam Nur Tatifah Hasna binti Muhammad here. And now let me introduce you to my group members. Let's go!
Hi, my name is Muhammad Zaid bin Muhammad Zaini. My student ID is 2025-873922.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Zain Syabi bin Syarizan and my student ID is 2025-805502.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Hani bin Muhammad Hisham and my student ID is 2025-416-836.
Okay, hi, my name is Muhammad Khalid bin Muhammad Faizin Asfa and my student ID is 2025-853-098.
Hi, this presentation I will explain how this agent spread in health effect and how we can prevent exposure. So, biological hazards are harmful living organisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi and parasites. They can be found in workplace, laboratories and everyday environment. This hazard can cause infection and serious health problems. Why is it important? Understanding biological agents is important because they can affect our health, safety and even the environmental. They are especially dangerous in workplaces like hospitals and laboratories. A biological agent is an organism, virus or biological toxin that has the potential to cause infection, disease or harmful effect in human, animals or plants. In laboratory or clinical context, these agents are typically categorized by their pathogenicity and how easily they spread. They include microorganisms, bacteria, virus and fungi, parasite, protozoa or multicellular organism, and biological toxin, harmful substance extracted from living things even if the organism itself is no longer alive. Okay, we have experienced this before. One well-known example is COVID-19, which spread globally and affected daily life, workplace and healthcare system. The scenario is touching contaminated food can cause of food poisoning. Work in a lab without gloves can cause of infection risk, and being near to a sick person can cause of virus transmission. How to prevent it? How to prevent this biological agent is use PPE like mask in high risk area, glove when handling contaminated material, and second we have wash hand regularly with soap and water and avoid touching face, especially eyes, nose and mouth. And the third one, we have clean and disinfect surfaces regularly and ensure proper ventilation.
So today I'll be presenting about biological agents, including their sources of exposure and routes of transmission. Without further ado, let's jump into it. First, the definition. Biological agents are microorganisms that can cause disease. These include bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. They can affect humans, animals, and the environment. Next, the importance. Biological agents are important because they can cause infectious diseases. We can be exposed to them in many environments like hospitals, workplaces, and even daily life. So understanding them helps us prevent infections. Next, the sources of exposure. These biological agents come from different sources. For example, infected humans, animals, the environment like air and water, and also contaminated food and water. Next, the routes of transmission. They can spread in several ways. These include direct contact, indirect contact through surfaces, airborne transmission from coughing and sneezing, contaminated food and water, and also through insects like mosquitoes. Next, the workplace exposure. In workplaces, exposure can happen in healthcare when dealing with patients, in agriculture with animals, in waste management, and also in the food industry when handling with raw materials. Next, the laboratory exposure. In laboratories, workers handle microorganisms directly. Exposure can happen through spills, aerosols, or poor techniques. That's why strict safety rules and PPE are required. Next, the industrial exposure. In industries, exposure can occur in food processing, biotechnology, pharmaceutical production, and wastewater treatment, where microorganisms are present. Next, a daily life exposure. In daily life, we can be exposed in public places through coughing or sneezing, touching dirty surfaces, eating unsafe food, or from insect bites. Next, the control measures. To reduce exposure, we can use PPE, practice good hygiene like hand washing using the 7 steps to hand hygiene, and ensure proper cleaning and sterilization. Last but not least, the conclusion. In conclusion, biological agents can be found in many places, spread in different ways. Understanding their classification and applying safety measures can help reduce the risk of infection.
Alright, so today I'm gonna explaining primary routes of exposure. There's 2 types of exposure. Inhalations. The most common routes: breathing in infectious droplet or aerosols. Aerosols, entry through mucous membrane or skin splash and contacts. Next is toxicological hazard group. There's 4 different types of classifications: Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. Group 1 is unlikely to cause disease, spread to community, no treatment available, no required because it is not dangerous. Group number 2 can cause human disease, but not too serious. Spread to community is unlikely. Treatment usually. Group 3, severe human disease, is very high risk, and treatment is usually. Group 4, severe human disease, extremely high risk, not usually because there's no treatment for it. Next is occupational health effects. Infection, direct evasion by bacteria or virus leading to systemic illness. Allergy, hypersensitivity reaction to spore, fungi, or biological proteins. Toxic effects, poisoning caused by endotoxin or exotoxic released by microbes. Chronic conditions, long-term respiratory issue like occupational asthma or alveolitis. Next is example of pathogenic agents. There's 3 types of it. Legionella, found in cooling tower, cause severe phenomena via inhalations. Anthrax, highly toxic spore-forming bacteria used in biological research. MRSA, drug-resistant bacteria common in healthcare settings. Prevention and control hierarchy. Effective control required a multi-layer strategy prioritizing elimination and engineering. Hierarchy of control, biological hazard. There's 5 types of it: elimination, substitution, engineering control, administrative control, personal protective equipment, which is PPE. And the last one is safety gear and precautions. We can use gloves, goggles, and masks. For essential, PPE is critical for safeguarding health, preventing cross-contamination, and maintaining a secure work environment.
Now, enough about slide. Let's get into role-play session. Okay guys, today we're gonna conduct a chemical experiment in the laboratory, so make sure you guys wear PPE at all times, such as lab coat, face mask, and gloves. Alright?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
Honey, you forgot the glove.
Bro, chill out. It's not that important.
It's okay, bro. Let him be.
Yo, Zaim. Yes. Look at Hanif. He's playing with his phone.
Oh, bro. Bro, can you pay attention to your experiment?
Yo, chill out. I know what I'm doing, bro.
It's up to you, bro.
Just mind your business, bro.
Guys, I'm going to the toilet, so you guys should be careful, and I'll be back.
Whoa, what happened, bro? Yo! Hey, what happened? Yo, what happened, bro? What happened? Sir, please help.
Guys, what just happened?
Help, sir, please.
Hanif, where's your glove? Why are your hands like that?
Sir, I already told him to wear gloves, but he refused to.
Hanif, come here, follow me. Put this. This is why PPE and SOP are important. One mistake can cause injury. You always need to be careful and responsible for anything you did in laboratory.
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm gonna be careful next time.
It's okay, Hanif.
The next day.
Now I have learned my lesson. I'm gonna follow PPE now.
Whoa, Hanif, you've changed.
Yeah, better be safe, bro.
Yo!
Biological agents can cause through disease and spread through different routes of transmission.
The definitions of biological agents is basically microorganism or substance that can cause disease or harm to humans. There's 4 different types of risk. Risk group number 1 is basically there's no conditions of disease on human. Risk group number 2, there's a disease for humans but there's no serious. Risk group number 3 is very serious but there's still a treatment for it. And the last one is risk group number 4, which is the most serious disease, which is there's no treatment for it. For example, Ebola virus. That's all.
Next, we have route of transmission. We need to know how biological agent spread. First one, we have direct contact, like touching. Second, we have indirect contact, like intimidated surface or object. And third, we have droplet transmission, like coughing. And fourth, we have body fluid, like needle stick injury. This transmission route increase the risk of infection if not controlled properly.
Okay, now let's move on to the workplace example. Okay, so where does it happen? Firstly, it happens at the hospitals and caused by the virus exposure. Okay, next is laboratories. It caused by bacteria handling. Next is agriculture. It caused by animal-related disease. Last but not least is waste management. It caused by the contaminated materials. Why does it matter? It's because different workplaces have different levels of exposure to the biological agents. In short, this is why understanding classification and transmission is important for safety.
As shown in the roleplay, not following safety rules, especially not using PPE, can increase the risk of exposure and infection. Therefore, it is very important to always use PPE. and follow safety procedures to protect ourselves and others.